Year, everybody. We have made it to 2020, and this is my first official video for 2020. So I'm really excited. I hope you all have had a decent 2019. I know mine was rough, and as well as for a lot of other people, but you know what? We only want to learn and grow from it. So today, this video is going to be about how to have a successful business in 2020. So if you want to know my personal tips and tricks, anything from my experience and what I know to be true, you just stay tuned and stay locked in because I'm about to give it all to you. Tip number one is to have a business plan. If you already have a business plan, you may want to go back and take another look at it. You may have some practices in there that may be outdated and not current with the new technology, or you need to update your target market. Maybe you've narrowed down your market a little bit more, or you have changed the way you brand, you change the way you market your company, or you've changed products or services, and you may need to go back and look at the market analysis and things like that. So, but if you do not have a business plan, you can get a template from me off my website, deannadiaz.com. That link will be in the description bar below. Tip number two that I have for you guys is to increase your network. One of the easiest ways to do this is reach back to your clients from 2019 or some friends that you hang around in the same circles and take them out for lunch, dinner, coffee, Starbucks. I myself like a venti hot matcha latte. Fun tip, so but go ahead and take those past clients out to lunch, and while you're there, make sure you have a regular decent conversation, but go ahead and ask them for referrals. More than likely, if they're cool with you and they know you and you ask for these referrals, they have no issues passing your name along, and make sure you have business cards available. So in conjunction with that, don't ever be too busy to go to other people's events or happenings that they have. You want people to support you, so make sure that you show up and support them. And the more that your face is seen, the more questions are asked about you, the more you create awareness for your brand, the more people that will want to talk to you. And at the same token, you'll be able to talk to them and get their information, so on and so forth. Support your friends and their network. What you want to do this is refer people to your friends' businesses. The more that you support your friends, the more that you're going to get referrals to you, and the more referrals that you can give to them, and y'all can just work out that partnership together. Number three, keep business cards handy. I know there are a few people out there that say business cards are obsolete, but no, actually they're not. You will be surprised how many times I get asked for a business card when I show up to events, when I have events and things like that there. And then also to capitalize on business cards, wherever you go, wherever there's a bulletin board, you can post your business card. If you want to take an extra step, keep a couple push pins close by near you in your bag or your suitcase, your book bag. So when you see those cork boards and stuff like that, you just go ahead, stick it on up there. Another thing that you can do with your business card is if you go to a restaurant, sometimes they have like the little fish bowls. Drop your business card in for a chance to win a free brunch or things like that. Drop your business cards in those punch bowls wherever you go. You never know, the person that's actually picking those cards might be looking for what you're providing. So keep that in mind. All right, you guys, tip number 4 is stay updated on your federal tax laws. Every year they kind of come out with new laws, new ways to claim expenses and deductions and things like that. You do not want to be out of the loop or any of that, and you also don't want to miss any tax breaks as well. The more that you can legally run your business, the more successful that you will be, and that is a fact. The 5th tip that I have for you all is to join your local government's chapter, or join the Chamber of Commerce for that city and state that you reside and do business in. Even if you do business online strictly, you can still be involved in the local government. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's a bunch of perks to that. If you simply Google City of Erie, their website will pop up, and there's always a business link on every city and state, no matter how big or small. As long as they have a website, they do have the business tab up there. You just click on that business tab, and there's a couple different links that you can click on with resources and information to that city's business resources. Join the young professionals, especially if you're like under 40 or under 30, under 20. They normally have the 20, under 20, 30 under 30, 40 under 40, and that is the bracket that I'm actually in. Sometimes there's a fee, but the perks to that are just limitless. You can network with a lot of people in the area to expand your business and to collaborate with other businesses, which will essentially expand your business. And that's what we want, expansion and scaling. But to do that, a little bit more quickly and a little bit more effectively, go ahead and join your local government's business group or chamber of commerce, things like that, so that you can be connected with the right people, know what's going on in your city, and you can also know how to market better, because especially if you just moved there. For example, I just moved to Erie, so I'm going to be a part of the local government. It's the Erie Young Professionals, because I don't know the area. That is the best way for me to know what's going on and how I can talk to the people in the town that I live in. All right, number 6 is find the solutions to potential problems. The best way to do this is to come up with an SOP. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures. What this packet is, it is a list from A to Z, 1 to infinity, on how you're going to run your business. There's a business plan, but then there's standard operations. So it's going to list the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, how you're going to handle your business. It lists how you're going to talk to customers. What are you going to do if there's a customer issue? Who are all your vendors? Where do you order supplies from? Everything that happens, like emergencies, money situations that may incur into your business, all that stuff is in your Standard Operating Procedures, which is an SOP. If you want to know more about SOPs, let me know, and I could possibly do a video or a blog on how you can put together your own SOP. All right, tip number 7. This is a fun one. This is one that I really like. It is be a sponsor to an event. Now, I know a lot of y'all shook in fear when I said that, because you're thinking, I don't have the money to be a sponsor. Relax. So in being a sponsor, not all sponsors have to pay money. They may have to either donate their services or give out coupons or give out their swag, things like that. You don't necessarily have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to be a sponsor. You can even be a sponsor by buying like a little advertisement in an event pamphlet. They normally start around $25, and that's pretty feasible. But when you sponsor an event, they put your name on their website or a flyer or their banner and things like that. So when people show up, they get to see your brand's presence, your business's presence. And believe it or not, people do take a gander at that, especially depending on where you're at and what's going on at the time. So say, for example, you are a clothing designer. If you sponsor or partly sponsor an event, which is probably a children's orphanage fashion show, then you know that creates more exposure for you, and then it's also a feel good for other people. So that's also building your brand. So you got to think about it on both ends. So you're getting exposure for your business, and when you do things like that, when you sponsor for, especially charity events, that creates a feel good area in your consumer's mind for your business. So be a sponsor. One of the ways that I piggyback sponsorship off between me and a good friend of mine, he owns a distribution music company called Grind Mode Worldwide. So what I do is I call him, I be like, hey Dion, this week you're gonna sponsor my video. He'd be like, oh, all right, cool. Do I need to do anything? No, I already have your logo. All right, so just be on the lookout for that. He's like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. And then the same thing over and over again. So we say we sponsor each other. And that also gives the look like you're doing stuff with your business, with your brand. But make sure you're actually doing stuff with your business and your brand. Don't just fake the funk, okay? Number 8, which hurts a lot of people, and that's consistency. What you want to do is work on your business daily. Even if it's just one thing can mean a lot down the road. So make sure that you take the time, especially if you're working a full-time job. You already know I am in full support of entrepreneurs with a full-time job. All for it. But make sure that you're taking the time to work on your business daily. doing something, and that makes you get into the habit of being successful. I read somewhere that 21 days you develop a habit. The book that I read said it actually takes between 60 to 66 days to develop that habit. So go ahead and get into the habit of working on your business daily. Trust me, you want your pockets to thank you later. Let me know in the comments below if you liked any of these tips, if you found any of them useful or you want to implement them. And if you feel like more tips need to be added, please for sure drop those down in the comments below, just in case what you have to say helps another entrepreneur. Make sure you check me out on DeannaDiaz.com, where I got resources for entrepreneurs like yourself. Know what's going on with me, what events I'm having in your town, in your city at any given time. So thank you so much for watching. Let's all be billionaires, in the next few years. Let's all become millionaires this year, all right? I want to see you win, and I am so sincere when I say that. Make sure y'all check me out. All my social media links down below. Leave me a comment, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later.